Hi, Caribou. Today we're going to talk about heart rate training zones. Your heart rate is one of the best ways to measure the intensity and effort during your workout. And so first we're going to talk about your resting heart rate. You measure that by taking your heart rate when you first wake up in the morning. In fact, take it before you even get out of bed. If you have a watch that will record your heart rate or tells you what it is, look at that and just write it down. Or you can find your pulse and take that for 1 minute. If you take it for 10 seconds, that will work too, and just add a 0, but 1 minute will give you the most accurate resting heartbeat that you can get. And my other video shows you a little bit more clearly how to take your heart rate. All right, once you know what your resting heart rate is, you need to figure out what your maximum heart rate is, like the upper limit of your heart rate and what your cardiovascular system can do, your heart and lungs, and what they can handle during physical activity. Between the resting heart rate and the maximum heart rate are different zones for different kinds of training to get you into shape for different things. And so we're just going to talk about something simple, which is aerobic training and just trying to increase your ability to go for longer amounts of times when you exercise. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, here we go. So the first thing you need to do is to take the number 220 and subtract your age. All right, so if you are 12 years old, your maximum heart rate is then going to be 208 beats per minute. All right, beats per minute. All right, so let's say that your resting heart rate is 55 when you first wake up in the morning. It's not going to be very high because you've just been laying down all night and your heart takes that opportunity to rest. And then your maximum heart rate is 208. So resting heart rate and maximum heart rate. All right, so how do we figure out what our aerobic zone is? Well, we take a percentage of the 208. So we're going to take 0.50, so 50% of 208. Okay, so 208. You can either divide it by 2 or you can multiply it by 0.50 and you're going to get, I'm going to do it with my calculator simply because I can. All right, and I'm sure most of you did that with your head, in your head. Okay, so 104 beats per minute is 0.50 or 50% of your training heart rate, okay? So your zone's gonna be 104, and then you also multiply it by 0.70. So 208 times 0.70, which is 70%. All right, so that is 146 beats per minute, approximately. It's actually 145.6, but we are not going to do that. We're just gonna round up. Okay, so 146. So that is your aerobic training zone if you are 12 years old, in between there. That doesn't mean that your heart rate cannot go over 146 beats per minute. Of course it can. But remember that your top ceiling, the number that you do not want to try and train over, is 208. To get better aerobically, you want to keep it in between 104 and 146. And that is as far as we are going to go today. I hope you can play around with that and figure out what your heart rate zone is. And then I would like you to share with me in the short answer box after this lesson what your heart rate zone is. If you need any help, please let me know. All right, thank you.